Hey, it's Mason here from Graphics Master with our third tutorial here, and I'm basically going to show some tips on how to do collages like this one here. And I'm just going to run through it really quickly. So, there's a few key points that you're going to have to notice here, which is I've got like a glass background where you can see the sky through it. It's kind of transparent. And I've got all these pictures kind of taped on. Tape is another thing that you'll be learning in this tutorial. And in the next tutorial, I'll show how to do textures and add this one on particularly. Okay, so let's just exit this. And let's open up our background, which will be the sky texture. Now, I'm just going to find the first thing here. Let's just go to this water, ocean background here. So, now what I want to do is just open my glass texture. Let's just find my glass texture in here. You can find a glass texture online or something like that. And just save it in your pictures or your documents. And name it glass_text or something like that. That's what I've done here. And we'll open that up and drag it on. Maximize this. And move this into place. It's way too small, so we free transform it. Control T. Shift click it up. And get it to the perfect size where it covers the entire page. Only by a little bit. So now we're going to want to make this transparent so that you can see the background. But not too transparent, because as you can see here, the texture is supposed to be kind of wet or dirty, so you're not going to see through it as much as you normally would. So let's go to the eraser tool here. Set the opacity about 46 maybe. And just start erasing. I think that looks pretty good. That's a good. You can change this in your own time if you want to, but I like this. So now let's just open some pictures that we want to put on top. So let's go back to my pictures and just look. I want to put on not too far. I'm gonna go with this one here. Let's just drag this one onto the paper here. Our background, and this is obviously way too big. So we're gonna have to free transform this one as well. Just zoom out. Control T. Shift size down. And generally with collages, you're gonna want to rotate pictures a bit. So just use the rotate on free transform and check mark it. There we go. And once you move it to where you like it, we're going to go to the lasso tool here. Now, we've got the lasso tool, but if you hold it down, go to the polygonal lasso tool. Now, this is the tool I use for tape. Tape's really cool. So click here, and just make a rectangle like this on all the corners, and connect it there. But when you go to the next corner, in order to select it, hold Shift, and make the first anchor point. Then, let go of it, and continue making the next. Same here. Hold Shift, let go, continue. And hold Shift, let go, continue. There we go. Now we've got all the corners selected. And in order to tape it, go to the brush tool, change the color to about, well, in RGB, change to about 178, 178, 178. That's a good grayish color, or 180 even. And make sure that the opacity is about 50, 51. And just paint inside the selected. Only once though. Twice it'll maybe mess it up. You can mess around with it, mess around with colors, mess around with opacity. Stuff like that until you get it how you like it. And there we go. We've got one picture taped on, like it's taped onto glass with an ocean behind it, stuff like that. Looks really cool. Now we'll open up another picture. And we'll just open this, my iPod picture here. And we'll drag that one on. And there we go. And we can even crop that a little bit. So basically the crop tool, which is what I just used. Oh, whoops. I should probably do it on the actual paper here. Okay. So the crop tool is basically over here, this one, which is the most common symbol for a crop tool. And you can just click and drag, like the marquee tool, let go, check mark it when you want it, and there you go, you've cropped your picture. So now let's just drag that onto here, and we have a cropped iPod picture. Move this around, free transform it, and just rotate it a little bit in the opposite direction of the other picture, so it looks kind of random, better looking. And we'll go back to the polygon lasso tool and tape over the edges. Again, shift, click the first anchor. And last one, last corner here. And go to the paintbrush tool, deselect, and there you go, you've got your collage. And you can mess around with adding more pictures and stuff, and all you gotta do to finish this off is go layer, flatten image, and then you can save it as something that you like. Thanks for watching. We'll watch our next tutorial when you're ready.